What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, I'm going to talk about the game Doom 3, which was released on the Xbox and PC by id Software and Activision. Now, Doom 3 is essentially a remake of the first Doom game that was released on the PC and consoles like the Super Nintendo and Atari Jaguar and stuff. Now, the plot is that a Marine was transferred to the Union Aerospace Corporation's research facility when it got attacked by demons, and now this Marine is on a mission to fight off this demon invasion and stuff like that. And of course, all this like pretty essentially takes place on Mars and stuff. Now, pretty much Doom 3 got 27 missions on it, where you fight in different areas on Mars, which will include the UAC research station, where you fight off different versions of zombies. You got imps, Osreals, and enemies like that. And Doom 3 essentially has 4 bosses in it, which is kind of on the light side considering the number of missions that you actually have. You know what I'm saying? You fight bosses like, say, Cyber Demon or the Guardian, and that's just 2 of the 4 bosses that you will encounter and stuff. Now, the weapons that you use throughout the course of the game are weapons that are essentially from the first Doom game and stuff like that. The only exceptions that I can think of will be the grenades, but all the weapons like the pistol, shotgun, Gatling gun, chainsaw, BFG, rocket launchers, all of them came from the first Doom game. If you happen to play it and everything, so you remember all these particular weapons and stuff. And all of them are pretty useful, you know what I'm saying? Maybe, probably with the exception of the pistol, but all of them are pretty good if you know, especially if you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? So, like, if you're facing one of the zombies, and essentially two of the best weapons that you would use would be like either the shotgun or the SMG, of course, depending on how far they are and stuff. And pretty much, the flashlight is included also. And one thing that I've noticed is that the flashlight does come in handy because there are certain like sections of a mission that are too dark to really see like where you're going, for example, and you would need it to see to go in the right direction. And it can also help you in as far as finding items like health, ammo, or armor and stuff like that. Now, the main menu essentially consists of like the main campaign, the multiplayer, credits, and settings. Now, with campaign, you got new game, old game, and stuff like that. Now, with new game, you start, of course, you start a new game. You pick up where you left off when you go to load game and stuff like that. And map select is essentially where you go and replay one of the missions that you complete, whether it's like 5 or 6 missions that you completed, depending on how far you are in the main campaign. Now, with the multiplayer, it essentially has Xbox Live and System Link with the Xbox version and everything. Now, with Xbox Live, you need to have an Xbox Live account and sign in, while you could like create a match under Systems Link and everything. Now, of course, being that Xbox is nearly 20 years old, the Xbox Live service is no longer available for the original Xbox, but it's because it's only available on the current Xbox console, of course, which is the Xbox Series consoles and stuff like that. So your only option It's essentially systems link and stuff like that. Now with the game type, it's pretty much the same thing under both Xbox Live or Fires Online. System Link, you got the same types of games and stuff like that, as far as like deathmatch, team deathmatch, last man standing, and stuff like that. Along with another one called Tourney, which is of course like a little round robin tournament, I guess. You could set up things like score limit, time limit, the maximum number of players. You can also like pick which map you want to play in and stuff like that. For settings, you can really like customize things like gameplay, button configurations, weapon selection, game settings, system settings, and stuff like that. And with the credits, it's pretty much like essentially like an end credits thing where you see the name of the people who were behind making Doom 3 stuff. Now, the graphics and design for Doom 3 are very good, and it has some really good color palettes when you consider the dark tone of Doom 3. My main gripe with it, though, is the fact that there are certain sections of Doom 3 while you're playing through it are just really too dark. You know what I'm saying? But it really doesn't ruin it for me due to the fact that how handy the flashlight is in those sections that are too dark. Now, as far as the controls and gameplay are concerned, they're pretty good. I have no issues with the gameplay. You know what I'm saying? As far as how you use your weapons, and things like that. Then there's the soundtrack. The soundtrack is pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Even though the soundtrack from the original Doom game doesn't technically show up from a general standpoint, but it's good nonetheless. Now, pretty much Doom 3 to me is one of the best games within the Doom series and everything. And I would seriously recommend Doom 3 to anybody who likes first-person shooter games and anybody who is a fan of the Doom franchise from an overall standpoint and stuff like that. As far as a score, I definitely give Doom 3 a 9 out of 10 and everything. With that being said, you can sound off in the comment section about Doom 3. As far as like weapons, enemies, stages, stuff like that. Now, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification buttons. This is your boy, Big Metro Fan 12, signing off.